Hello all, I'm going to be reading the scene that I wrote from Cinderella that is based from the humanistic counseling approach. I guess our fairy godmother is counseling now. So I am going to start from where we left off from when the fairy godmother appears. Cinderella lifted her head with a quick jolt. Through tear-filled eyes she saw what appeared to be a glowing woman standing before her. "Who are you?" she whispered. The woman sat down beside her. "I am your fairy godmother. I have come to help. I heard you say you wanted to go to the ball." "Yes," Cinderella exclaimed, "yes, I do. But I have no idea how I could even get there." The fairy godmother said, "What do you mean exactly? Do you mean that you do not have the transportation?" "No," Cinderella replied. "I could get there physically, I suppose, but I shouldn't. I'm not the kind of girl who gets to go to balls." "Do you mean that you do not believe you are good enough to go?" Cinderella sat and pondered that for a minute. "Yes, I suppose that is what I'm saying. I'm poor and dressed in rags." "Outwardly, that may be who you appear to be," the fairy godmother spoke softly. "But there's more to each human being than what others see. Everyone is born with the will to be the best that they can be. It is important to try to fulfill the full extent of your potential. You have not had the privilege of being surrounded by an environment that encouraged you to do so, but that is why I am here." The two began to discuss how Cinderella came to be where she is today. Cinderella spoke of her stepmother and stepsisters who were constantly ordering her around and making her life so miserable. She blamed all her insecurity and social anxiety on them. As they discussed further, Cinderella decided she had an uncontrollable willingness to accept her circumstances for what they always were and to just do whatever she was told. The fairy godmother redirected Cinderella to a thought she had never considered before. "Tell me what you believe you could do consciously every day to change your own circumstances," the fairy godmother responded. "I could possibly start saving the spare change I find around the house to buy new clothes." "Okay, that's a start. What else?" The fairy godmother continued on to ask, "If you had new clothes that were cleaner, would you consider taking a larger step to interview for a job? Perhaps having an income would even allow you to move out of your stepmother's house in the future." Cinderella's eyes lit up. "If I moved out, I would be able to go to the ball too, because my stepmother would not be there to tell me that I couldn't." The fairy godmother went on to explain that in order to accomplish such a large goal, Cinderella would first have to make some smaller changes that would be realistic to accomplish in a shorter amount of time. She would also have to work on becoming more self-aware to make changes every day as she was working up to her biggest goal. Cinderella and her fairy godmother continued to meet several times over the next several months. The fairy godmother became one of the most trusted and cherished people in Cinderella's life. Before long, the time for the ball came. With the help of the fairy godmother, Cinderella was able to make changes in her life that allowed her to choose to go to the ball. She now rarely feels she is unworthy of finding love or having fun. She finally feels as though she is actively living her life.